We going? Because I just...
Yeah, we're
Oh,
going.
shit. That scared the shit out of me.
Go ahead.
Yo, it's your boy, Sweet Motherfucking Sauce, and we got a doozy for you today.
It doesn't have the same oomph that you're normally
Reverb? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's upsetting, but it's okay.
We got two guests today. We'll start off by the non-special one, which is Kluge. He's here all the time. We talk with him all the time, whatever. He's just Kluge. We'll get into that, Shep. Chill out.
Yo, it's
and
me.
And then our very special guest, Brian, co-owner, all the goodness, the H of HW, all dressed up for us. Just half a finger less.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Look at that.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy. I'm not sure if you can really see or not.
Oh, dude, it looks so weird. Oh, they left the nail on it?
Yeah.
Nice.
That looks disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, why don't you tell us, we'll get into it, and you tell us what happened.
All right, so I was deployed at the 24th MEU. We were in the 6th Fleet area of operations. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially the Mediterranean Sea, North Africa, Southern Europe, before you get over towards the Middle East there. And we were at a Liberty port in Crete, Suda Bay, and I was opening the door actually for an officer. We were doing our afternoon accountability, so that, we can make sure everyone is not still out in town or in the Liberty area. They're back on the boat. We didn't lose anybody. So there's some officer walking through, and I held the door open for him. I was coming out of the bathroom for the head, and I'm holding the door open, and the Navy ships have these really, really shitty doors that are basically the pneumatics of it is
Careful.
What? They do. They know it. It's older than all of us here. But it's older than all of us here. But anyway, so the pneumatics of the door is this really, really tight spring. So if you take any sort of pressure off of the door, it's going to slam close. So I was holding the door open for the officer, and I was like, "Oh, go ahead, sir." And he starts to walk through, and he gets through the little passageway there, and I start to leave. And I took just a little bit of weight off the door and left my hand there, just because, that just happened to be that way. And the top, of my right ring finger got stuck in the hinge. And naturally, once you feel a little pinch, you're going to, jerk it out. And I ripped the entire top part of my finger. Yeah, I didn't really understand what happened at first, because I threw my hand that way, and I was like, "Oh man!" I just pinched my finger, and then I looked at the wall next to me, and I was like, "Hey, there's some asshole in here bleeding. Somebody check on some guy in here." And then I looked down, and I was like, "Oh, that's me. I'm the douchebag." And half my finger was gone, and I was. You ever see that episode of Family Guy where Stewie does gymnastics in the living room, and he has the piece of glass sticking out of his forehead?
Yeah.
And
he's like, "Uh-oh." That was me. I was looking at myself in the mirror. I was like, "Uh-oh," and everyone's like, "Oh my God, you what's wrong with your finger?" So I was like, I ripped it off in the doorway, and they were like, "Go to medical right now." And I was like, "Okay, sorry." Yeah.
That's awesome.
At least you have a good story to tell everybody now.
I'm sure it'll change as I get older, the story.
Oh, yeah. Right.
You'll never hold a door for an officer again, so.
Yeah. He wasn't even my officer. I'd never seen this dude before, and I was like, all right, whatever. Just trying to be a good guy. And don't try and be a good dude, I guess.
Nice guys finish last. Come on.
That's why I don't hold the door for my wife anymore.
That's good.
You hold the door open and then push her out of the way so you go.
Yeah. I got to get in first. Sorry, I got stuff to do.
I won't put a shirt on, Kluge.
I agree. It's annoying that he shows up to these meetings with fucking no shirt.
That's his MO.
Yeah, I was going to say, you boys have known me for a long, long time.
In the nude all the time.
Yeah, except for Kluge. Kluge doesn't understand.
Hey, when you do the podcast at Tom's house, start going without a shirt.
I should.
Let's talk Space Jam for a second because I heard it sucked.
I'm so happy.
Did you?
And
You didn't watch
you
it,
say
right?
that. Funny you say that. I watched it laying down last night because, like, I'm sure he'll be able to relate. When you're in the military, you can't fall asleep sometimes just for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about the Air Force. The Air Force got it pretty cushy, but so I found this website that I can watch.
Already talking shit.
Any sort of movie like ever for free, and sometimes it's in Japanese, sometimes it's not. Doesn't matter. But I watched the new Space Force.
Space Force.
Or Space Force. Space Jam. My
I
bad.
was
Air
like,
Force,
what the fuck?
Force. I'm all fucked up.
Marines.
Anyway, 6 out of 10. The original was better.
Whoa.
That's still bold because they. So I love. Okay, the picture I sent you guys where they did him dirty at the NBA game.
That
where
was
it was
the
like
best.
LeBron James and then Rotten Tomatoes like star of
30%.
Space Jam 30%. I was like, yes. Oh, I loved it. It made me so happy.
I don't plan on watching it.
I don't either, but I'm just glad that it flopped.
What about you, Kluge? You gonna watch it? You're a big LeBron fan, aren't you?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, the true GOAT played like back in the 80s and 90s.
Oh shit. Okay.
And he also went like 24 of 25 from the field in Space Jam. LeBron went 4 or 5, so pretty weak numbers.
That is pretty weak, and I'm pretty sure he needed the Toon Squad to rescue him again, at least from Twitter's response.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
You could go your entire life without seeing it, just be fine.
Perfect. That's all I need to hear.
Cool.
I saw this dude who did a review on it, and he pretty much said that it was just like a way for them to milk out money from all of their past ventures.
The HBO.
They just throw it all into one movie and say like, oh, here's this reference, here's this reference, here's this reference, and then not actually add any.
I also heard that they go, oh, it's Michael Jordan, and then they bring out Michael B. Jordan.
Yes, that does happen.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shit
bad.
bags.
That's bad.
So there's a ton of references to like all of the Warner Brothers. Like even the Ice King from Game of Thrones was on the sidelines.
Yeah.
You should have been on the freaking Goon Squad or whatever it's called.
Right. There's one. I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's one episode where they're trying to like go round up all like the all the Looney Tunes, and they're having to go through all like the Warner Brothers universes, and they it's Daffy and LeBron, and they're going through like Metropolis, and Superman is like getting ready to get on the subway, and the train just like rips by him, and he's like, "Should probably do something about that." So like there's some like parts of it I was like, okay, that's good, but like they use 3D characters for everybody else on the Goon Squad.
No.
Yeah, Anthony Davis's unibrow is just terrible.
Anthony Davis is in the movie?
Yeah.
Or like a version of him?
He's got the unibrow, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in there.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Anybody who suck off LeBron.
I think
They managed
I
to
didn't hear
fit
what you said.
in there as well.
I actually heard that.
Shut up. Clooney's talking.
Oh,
all I was saying is Kyrie's in there.
Oh, fuck Kyrie. Anyway, go ahead, Chip. Sorry.
I was just saying that I actually heard that LeBron's acting wasn't the worst part of the movie, which was surprising.
Yeah, he's not a good actor.
But how he is great at acting. What do you mean?
Good at acting.
Well, yeah,
Flops every day of his
He
life.
doesn't flop in the movie.
No?
no, they're gonna make him look like. Yeah, what do you mean? No.
Should have. I hate these headphones. They suck.
Oh, I love them.
They can't hear me half the time. I think it's coming off that. Is it coming off that, or does it sound like it's right in my face?
I don't know. Choke on it a little bit. Just give it a little like.
Try it. Let's see if it works. Let's just try it. You have to try it.
Do that.
Come on.
How do you know it's not going to work?
Just give it a little gargle.
No.
Well, I guess we're gonna.
All right. Now we're gonna get into the heated discussion. And it's. I think Kluge is the only one that has a different view. I think.
Oh gosh.
And it is the Lewis Hamilton Verstappen incident. Shep.
Yep.
Whose fault is it?
So I only saw one clip of it, and the clip I saw of it was an onboard of Max. So it definitely looked like Lewis came up from down low and gave him a little whoop on the turn, and then kind of he went off.
Okay.
But like I don't know. I don't know. It's tough for me because like I don't like the onboard makes it look very like Lewis did it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I don't know if like maybe Max came down a little too hard, or you know what I mean? Like I don't.
Well,
It was hard
so
to see.
the one thing I know, Kluge and I agree on that it was more of a racing incident than anything.
1,000%.
But hold on, we'll get into that in a second. Brian, what did you think from what you had just witnessed?
Yeah,
You're the
from
freshest
what
to
I
it.
just witnessed, like, it's always tough to say with things like that if they're like super intentional or not. From what I understand, these guys have a rivalry going back a bit. I'm correct on that, right?
It's not like an intent. It's
Yeah,
a clean rivalry.
Yeah, competitive, you know.
Yeah.
So personally, I don't think it was done like super intentionally, but you know, there's always like that like little bit of like edge or like, you know, maybe if I can sneak on the inside here. But I was listening to the guys not down in the pit. I'm not sure if that's like the right like terminology for it, but you know, they were watching like the replay on it and everything, and they were like, you just don't do that, you know, come around like that close, especially like on the inside. And you know, from what you told me, the dude only lost like 10 seconds and still placed first.
Yeah.
So he could be like, you know, now the villain of F1, since a lot of people like feel
so
like.
What I didn't tell you is that he was the villain. He's been the villain of F1.
He's been the villain?
Yes, this wasn't the.
All right, well, that makes sense.
This wasn't.
Which is a very classic case of wins a lot. People don't want.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. He's the best in the world. He's been the best in the world for 14 years, pretty much.
Why everybody sound like Jeff Gordon, because he just like constantly like used to win.
Yes.
Yep. Same thing.
Same thing. In this instance, I'm of the opinion that, you know, he's a 7-time world champion, 14-year veteran. Oh, he knows better. Like, you can't make that turn.
Yeah.
From that angle, he knows better than to do that. It wasn't intentional. No, I don't think so. And it's more of a racing incident, and they're both not going to give an inch. But majority of the blame has to go on Lewis because of that. He knows better. And go ahead.
You can't block an F1, right? Technically, you can do one move.
Yeah, you can do one move, which Max did, and he squeezed him.
But he did his one move. But didn't Lewis go the other way first?
So Lewis, all right. So Lewis went to go outside, and then he came back. So Lewis did his move. Max didn't. Max stayed in the middle. He didn't really follow. I don't think they would consider that a move.
Okay, that's where I was. That's what I try to watch and figure out what Max did.
It's tough because they don't really show that point of view.
Right.
They only show after he made the move back to the right.
Yes.
And then you see Max squeeze him. And then as they start the turn, he starts to realize, oh shit, Lewis is still there. Let me turn it off, and then I'll go back through. And then Lewis is already kind of fucked up through the corner, so he can't really make the turn. So again, go ahead.
That rate of speed.
No,
Lewis is supposed to know better, but I don't know. I still feel like
definitely
Max know better as well. They're both not going to lift, so that's going to happen. That's going to happen 100 times out of 100 times.
The problem is that Lewis had lifted 3 other times the entire lap. And so Max was like, he's going to do it again because he's not in the right spot for this turn. He didn't, and so he gave him too much trust, if you will. So it's like, I agree that it's a racing incident, but it's like 60-40 Lewis.
I don't know.
But we can see, but we're not like...
You'll never know.
No, right. It is what it is. It's done.
Because now here's the thing. He lifted 3 other times. So now you're at Daytona drafting in NASCAR. And somebody...
Different type of racing. Completely.
You lift the help, and after the 5th time of lifting, you're just going to turn the guy.
Different type of racing. You got
Listen.
they aren't supposed
Same
like
speeds.
yes, but they're that car is so different. You can't compare the two. That's like saying my road car in an accident is the same as a high speed chasing freaking a Lamborghini. No, it's not. I have a $20,000 Cruise.
See? And you would be just fine.
I'd be safer.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get away from the cops.
No, I wouldn't. Anyway,
See?
I didn't realize that so many people are so quick to jump on like the Lewis or Max bandwagon until then, and it was like 50-50 on social media and
well, the whole team was quick to.
Oh, Red Bull went hard in the paint.
Red Bull's going to go hard every time, though.
Because of Christian.
Yes.
Christian runs a tight ship.
I know that I've seen people saying that he did it on purpose. I definitely don't. I'm not of that opinion. In terms of who I'm going to push more blame on, that's a little bit more of a up in the air kind of thing because I haven't seen different angles of it, so I'd have to look better. And I don't know as much about that type of racing anyway, so it's kind of hard to make a, so.
Yeah.
But I definitely, let me put it this way: if he did do it on purpose, then he's got some serious issues that need to be discussed. Because
the wheel never intentionally drove into Max, so it was
no, and you can't that's why I feel like anytime you say somebody did something like that on purpose, you're making the assumption that he wants to intentionally, possibly cause harm to somebody else. Then you're going to need to discuss.
Only Matt Kenseth does that.
Whoa.
Were there any? That dude obviously went to the hospital, right?
Yes. So he immediately got out of the car. Well, not immediately. Obviously, it took him a couple minutes to recoup. Got out of the car, went to the hospital, was there for 10 hours. The team only told Lewis that he got out of the car. So in Lewis's mind, he's fine. So after the race and the win, Lewis starts celebrating, not realizing Max is still in the hospital,
making him look even more like a prick.
Right.
I mean, you only know what you're told, right?
Exactly. And
yeah.
he found out before the podium, I think, that Max was still there, but he was okay. So that he didn't settle his celebrations, and Max took that as a big FU to me, to himself, saying you don't respect me or anything that I've gone through, because if you did, you wouldn't have celebrated like that. But in his defense, he was told he was fine, so why wouldn't you?
Completely different than when Denny Hamlin celebrated last year with Ryan Newman upside down on the track.
Yes. There was no information regarding Ryan Newman, and Denny still celebrated.
He wasn't even out of his car yet.
Right. The dude almost died.
Yeah.
It was a much worse scenario. And
see,
communication is key.
Communication is key.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like if there's a situation like that, in any sort of sport, you always gotta figure out, okay, is the guy all right? What's situation update? And then of course, whether you actually are genuine about it or whether you're just, trying to play the camera, when they come up and ask you oh, how are you feeling? You just won this race or you just did this or whatever. And you go, oh, well, first just want to make sure that so-and-so is okay. I'm sorry, whatever happened. Wishing them a speedy recovery, but I just won, whatever. And then
you think, right?
Well, he didn't go that far to be cool.
Yeah, right, but even if you
he
don't
said, I have nothing to apologize for. Leave me alone. Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely think
which was kind of douchey, but
yeah, I did see that. I saw that afterwards. He's not taking any heat for it, and I was like, okay. I just that's a little more just let it you're giving it more steam than it needs.
Yeah.
It happened, let it go. You sitting there and taking a stand saying I'm not going to apologize now just adds more like heat behind the whole thing. But we've talked about this before though. What's going to drive him attention? So now the rest of the season, you're going to have these two guys like fuck you the whole time. And
Wait till you see what Netflix does to this, because it's going to be 12 times what it actually is.
Are they doing it again this year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They So I'm sure within 2 races, Max and Lewis will probably be fine and then communicate with each other and whatever and move on from it. But Netflix is going to make it such like a season-long drama, and by the end of the season, they're going to be like it's going to be the dumbest thing ever, but it's hilarious. And
you're talking about that show that you watch,
Drive to Survive? Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian,
they're going to make it seem like the whole season.
Drive to Survive. It's on Netflix. You should watch it because it'll get you everything you need to know about all of these drivers very quickly.
You probably do that.
It's good. It's good. It's good series.
It got me into it.
So going on with what you said, Shep, or Brian, sorry, in the post-race interview, Shep, saying, is he okay, whatever, Danny Rick did. He goes, he stopped the guy who was talking to him, goes, is Max okay, whatever. And once he found out he's okay, he's like, all right, now you can ask me questions. Because, I mean, they were teammates, so that's what, 6 years of them together, 5 years of them together, something like that. Good friends.
I just feel like it's common courtesy. If you hurt somebody, whether it's on purpose or I guess if it's on purpose, you're kind of a dick. But if it's on accident, or you're just playing the game, or you're racing the race in this aspect, you should like at least do the due diligence.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Blaney did that at Daytona,
right?
With Newman. Yeah, there was moments when Lewis handled it really well, and then he didn't at the same time, which is to be expected. He's the fastest man alive in a race car. So when you have the ego that they have to be that way. So it is what it is. But
it makes the championship standings that much better.
Yeah, because it was, I think, 35 points. Now it's 8.
Yeah.
Before we started doing all this, like 2 years ago, I never really realized like the drama that's like in racing.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, because I mean, I never was like huge on it. I was just like, I
was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
because I think you and me, Brian, were the same. Like
parties, we'd go over to your house, Tommy, and NASCAR would be on the TV, and I just look at it and be like, cars go fast,
Yeah.
But like obviously like reading more into it and like getting more into it, which I'm still not like at the level that I probably should be, whatever. But there's a lot of drama going on.
Hey, dude, don't talk about level, okay? Because I've been doing this shit with
he still
Tommy
doesn't
over
know.
here, and I still roll in with no idea what I'm talking about.
Every once in a while, Tommy will send me something. I'll be like, "You see this?" I'm like,
"What?"
No.
Yeah.
I only knew about
wild.
this because the Discord was blowing the fucking ball.
God. It went crazy.
0 to 100.
We have
you guys on this team are nuts, man.
We have 4 Max fans or something. I think they're Max fans. And then we have 2 that just they don't care, but they will defend a position to defend a position. And they were going at it. It was like 3 hours, 4 hours worth of them just.
Yeah, because I was doing homework on my computer and my Discord kept going off, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And then it didn't.
Have you graduated already?
What's that?
Have you graduated already?
No, I'm going back to nursing school. I did graduate, but I'm going back to nursing school.
Oh, good for you.
So I'm going to be rolling in with 2 degrees.
I'm going to somehow like work my way back into college too, but I'm not paying for it. These guys.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Smart move.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I don't know. I was probably going to say something stupid to Shep.
We got the 24 hours coming up in 3 days.
Woo!
Um,
Shep, you driving?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shep, you driving with us?
Yeah. Get me in, baby.
It's cool to have 3 cars defending the title. Hopefully one of us can pull it off. Or all
One's
three of us.
gonna win.
That'd be sick. BS, we'll win.
Whichever one Sean's in, they're gonna suck because Sean's driving.
He's gonna crash the car.
All Sean's fault. That's. We'll open up our Twitch stream at 8 a.m. Eastern. And we'll be on for 24 hours, kicking ass.
And Shep will tune in
Shep won't tune in ever.
one time for 2 seconds.
Maybe.
You can't just come say hi to us.
Who's gonna be? Nobody's gonna be broadcasting, right? Because you're racing in it.
Yeah, but the stream will be there.
Yeah, but I have to type in chat.
You can join the chat with us.
True.
And there's gonna be 4 hours of me not driving at a time, so I can sit there and talk with you.
Well, we'll have to see during the day because I work the overnight. So
It's always an excuse with you.
Send me the link, and I'll jump on there. I'm gonna be at the beach, but
okay, we'll enjoy the beach while we're sweating in a race car.
What's that?
Nothing.
You won't be sweating? What you mean?
My ass will be sweating.
You gonna
My hands are so sweaty, guys.
I'll be clenching the cheeks while I'm trying to send it into the kink, man. What are you doing?
You're gonna be fucking. Oh my god.
Nice.
It's a scary part of the track. Kluge would know. He's flipped it there 4 times.
Listen, it's only happened once, but you never let it go, huh?
Never. We'll see who wrecks first.
Kluge, you got to tell us about this bare ass image that Tom got of you.
That's just a family vacation, you know.
Did she know that when she posted it that it was in there?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay. All right.
When
What
she
happened?
took the picture, she did not know.
They were taking a family photo while they're on vacation. I mean, not on vacation because you're not allowed to leave. They were.
Vacation.
Oh, okay.
It was legit vacation this time.
They allowed you to leave though. Like I thought
Yeah.
they weren't. Okay. All right. No.
I wouldn't have said I went somewhere just now if I
Wait,
wasn't. Going to.
All right. You're confusing the fuck out of me now because you can't drive 2 hours, but you can drive down there.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Only because it's on vacation.
It's because I don't have that special shot in my arm yet.
All right. We'll discuss that off air as well.
Yeah, that's an off-camera conversation. We're gonna whoop right by that one.
Anyway, he was on vacation down in Florida, or I guess you went back home. Is that where you're from, right?
Yeah.
And there was a picture of the family, and Kluge was turned around, ass naked.
Kluge caked up on
Nice.
a fucking
Triple layer cake for sure.
yeah.
PHAT. Bad.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Ridiculous. All right. We'll move on from the ad. So I got a question for both of you, servicemen. What is your favorite and least favorite part about being deployed, since you've both been deployed? Brian, go ahead first.
My favorite part about it, well, we were pretty close to the 5th Fleet, which is Middle East. So we actually at one point rated that pay. The boys that are there now, I can't tell you where they are, but they're in 5th Fleet now, so you get paid like double almost. Plus you get. So when you're stationed with like the Navy and everything, you get overseas pay, which is only an extra $50 a month. But hey, do with that $50 what you will. It also depends on like your situation. If you're like married or you have kids, you get separations pay on top of that.
I see what you're doing. Just kidding.
Yeah. So you definitely the favorite part was like the pay / doing nonsense with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Least favorite part,
minus the finger chopping off.
That wasn't even the worst part. The worst part has to be like you can stay on the ship and not go outside for days and have no idea what time it is. Like they would come over the intercom, like sometimes during the middle of the night and say, "Hey, we jump forward an hour." You'd wake up at 7 o'clock. Or well, you woke up at 6 o'clock, but it was really 7. And you were like, "What?" You know?
Yeah.
So just doing like random stuff on the ship. I don't know. I'm pretty low down on the totem pole because I'm only a lance corporal, but having to clean all the time, like something that like you cleaned 8 hours ago, that's probably the worst part. But the boys make it worth it. If you have some cool staff NCOs and NCOs, they'll make it worth it. But it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Kluge?
The best part is the same thing. The money and shenanigans.
Yeah.
Easily. Because you can be all around the world just throwing mattresses out of a window or something like that.
Nice. That sounds like something.
I'd say the worst part would just be not being able to do anything with your family because you're halfway around the world.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, the communication, because you're X amount of hours ahead or behind.
Yeah. There was a while when we were talking, it was like one text a day that we got because just the way our hours were and the working and shit like that. It was like one text a day I got to send to you just to talk.
Yeah. Well, we were like 7-8 hours ahead of time. And so like I'm waking up, it's like 7 o'clock. And, sometimes, I usually got up at 6, but anyway, I had to go get that breakfast,
Yeah.
Which Navy eggs, not a fan. But
can't imagine they're great.
Yeah. Well, my fiance.
Do they use the carton or the powder?
It was the powder.
Yeah. Okay.
Powder for sure. 'Cause one time they didn't do it right, and I bit into a pile of eggs.
There you go.
They do hook you up though on Sundays. You get lobster and steak. It's not good lobster. It's not good steak, but nonetheless, lobster and steak.
There you go.
But it'd be like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd be in port. I got to go to Rota in Spain and Suda Bay over in Greece, and actually get off the boat. But I'd get like a good morning, and I'd be like, "It's fucking 3 p.m. right now, man." Like.
You're behind. Chill out.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. So.
All right. I'll come up with another question for you guys about the military service. I would like to discuss football. We're all football fans, obviously. 2 Colts fans. Falcons fan. Are you still a Falcons fan?
Yeah, I like the Falcons.
Oof, that sucks.
And then obviously the bum ass Steelers.
Hey, easy. We just got who? Who'd we just get?
Melvin Ingram. Who cares? The dude's going to be injured half the season.
Yeah, it's okay. I like building hype around it for no reason.
Fair warning, I have not kept up with anybody.
Well, Big Ben's lost weight. He's looking in prime condition.
Was he fucking medium Ben now?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. I'm the biggest Steelers fan there is. Not true, but he needs to go. Sorry, he's done. He's had enough.
There's a lot of people that need to go on the Steelers.
Give me a new guy.
Yeah. Did you guys see the Devin Bush? I think he's strong safety.
The
linebacker, maybe.
He's like I think he's a linebacker edge type guy.
Yeah. He was like, I'm not going to play with anybody who, or stay away from me if you're on TikTok or whatever, which is 3/4 of your team.
Yeah. Right.
And the 2 biggest ones on the team.
Right. And they're all responding like, oh shit, oops.
Dude, I just got off TikTok the other day. I don't put up videos. That's not me whatsoever. Technically not allowed to do that if you're in the service, but there's tons of people who do it anyway. There's some funny stuff on there. There's some really stupid stuff too, but like there's some really funny things on there.
Yeah. I'll send you Kluge's.
I feel like a boomer saying like, "Oh, you should check out this new thing when it's like been around for like 2 years now. But
Yeah.
still.
I still haven't gotten into it. I mean, I'll watch it on Instagram, like the Instagram Reels, but I won't.
Instagram Reels is basically TikTok now anyway. It's all that might
Yeah,
rolled up with.
it's just recycled.
Kluge and our favorite thing to do is send Shep controversial things, and we just berate him about it.
You sent me one today, and I couldn't hear it.
Oh, I don't think you'd want to hear
boss.
it. You don't want to hear it.
Oh, I want to see if I can hear it.
It's just gonna upset you and make you
Piss me
cry, and
off.
I'm not trying to make you cry. It's like the most potent form of social media. It's almost worse than
It's
Twitter.
just
if
it's
not
pure
worse than
toxic.
Twitter.
It's just
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it is.
you know who Gary V is?
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like a big supporter of TikTok because he like talks about how this generation here and now, like ours as well, but more so like the kids that are younger than us. And that's weird to think there's a generation younger than us, but there definitely is. Their attention span is so short that TikTok's perfect for them.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, not anymore. They can put 3-minute videos on there now.
Really?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. It's like I was watching some video and I felt like it was a YouTube video. I just kept watching it and I was like, wait a minute. Why is this so long? 3 minutes long. And I was like, all right, well.
Ruins it.
It's all just attempts to be like Vine was, though. I mean, it's just.
We'll never replace Vine recipes.
Oh, Vine was the best.
Well, but that was our generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but you had to be creative. You had 6 seconds to make a video. Now,
right.
TikTok was like, you've got 20, but now here, take 2.5 extra minutes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I not my thing. No, okay, but you got to roll it back to football.
Back to football. Shep, what are your predictions for your Steelers? What's your record?
Please.
Record.
Let's hear it.
Mind you, it's a 17-game season now.
I'm not expecting anything crazy. I think they'll make they'll make it to the playoffs. I don't think they'll get far.
What's the record? What's the record?
What do you have to have like to get into the playoffs? Because I don't know like the
probably 10 or 11. I'd say this year still.
Because
I think they're going to just make it. So I'm going to say like 11, 12.
Depends how trash your division is.
Yeah.
True, but I mean we also have like
10-7 is like the new 9-6.
We have like Cleveland though. It kind of makes me nervous, unfortunately.
You have a pretty stacked division.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty tough. So
stacked is relative because that division actually sucks, but it's stacked as in you guys are all the same level of talent.
Yeah, they're about, and I think I'm going to be honest with you. I think if you pit like the Browns against Pittsburgh or even the Ravens, like it's going to be tough.
They're always battles.
They'll trade back and forth probably. Like I definitely don't think that one team will run away with the whole division, but
yeah,
I'm going to say like 11 or 12.
I'll take the under.
That's same. That's bold, man.
I'll put $500 on the under.
Yeah, it's probably I mean, I do,
win 12 games this year.
With Ross, with Ben at the helm, no way.
I just don't know if they just got. I mean,
even
if
Dwayne comes in, that's not a good backup.
I just don't think they had any fight last year, and then when they did play teams that were good, they just shat their pants. So
yeah.
I think that was the big problem with that. The biggest news on the block, dude, is the Aaron Rodgers deal. I want to know how much that was.
Making him the richest man in history.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
I thought Mahomes got a huge cut. They were boasting bigger numbers than that. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, but that's not new news. That was 5 months ago that they offered him that.
Dude, Aaron Rodgers does this all the time. They'll be like, no.
He's just a bitch. He's just a bitch.
He's not wrong, though. Like, the Packers organization is
ass.
Shitting bricks, though.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say as I blame him. But, like, yes, he's a puss boy, but.
Did you guys watch the match?
With, no, I caught a few of the things where Brady was shitting on him.
So I thought the best part was Gronk had called Tom while they were playing, and Tom was like, "Yeah, I'm here with the Packers quarterback." Well, I think he's the Packers quarterback.
Oh, that's funny.
Tom was going at him.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
I
he's
love,
growing on me. Tommy Boy's growing on me.
as long as he's not on the Patriots, Tom Brady is one of my favorite football players. He's awesome.
You know what's funny is like
Never
Tom Brady.
thought that come out of your mouth.
Well, you know what's it's funny because Tom Brady with the Patriots, I hated. Like the Patriots, him, I hated all of them. But now that they're apart, like I don't necessarily mind either.
Yeah, as a
Like
Steelers fan, I can imagine. I can imagine.
I like Tom now, and I want to see Belichick take a shit team back up to what he had it.
But I think it's proving that it wasn't Belichick, and it was Tom, because of
Yeah, I mean Belichick's a good coach. but
not
like,
that he had anything to work with last year, but
That's the thing. I think this year now.
but
we'll find out.
if he was
Yeah,
the
we'll
greatest,
see.
if he's as good as he's supposed to be, I think he could have done a little bit better. But you got to work with what you got, and Newton's not a great person to work with, but he loves him.
Oh no, we know that. Let's go back to that fantasy league we did on Madden. Dog shit. I hate him. I hate him now.
I
hate
don't
him
know
so
why
much.
you picked him.
He was like all I had by the time I rolled around to get anybody.
I had Ian Book, and I was smoking your ass.
That's because my boy fucking was like, "Oh, here, you want the football? Here you go. Here's a football. Here you go," and then kept handing it to you. It's ridiculous.
All
I
right,
hate that
Brian, what you got for predictions for your boys?
Falcons,
Yeah,
500 maybe.
better than last year, right?
I'll take the under on that too.
You know, like,
See,
dude,
but
I don't know.
I think they'll be better than last year because not that Julio was dragging them down, but it freed up stuff for them to move things around. They're not stuck to being like, well, we pay this man so much money, we got to get him the ball.
No,
Dude,
they still do that. They still have Matt Ryan.
With Julio Jones.
Matt Ryan's not that bad.
Because, dude, Matt Ryan.
Pretty good.
Heard on Matt Ryan's name, so I will stab you. But anyway,
Matt's good. I'll take Matt.
Julio Jones is like, we pay all this money for Julio Jones, and like, I'm trying to think the last time I watched a full season of football that I wasn't busy. So I didn't even get out of like boot camp until like the fall. Almost on for 2 years now. It's crazy. But anyway, but like, dude, even before that, we paid Julio Jones so much money, and then he finds the end zone 5 times.
It was less than that, wasn't it?
Huh?
Wasn't it less than that?
Yeah, but still, like,
Yeah. It
I don't
was.
But then if you get the ball to him, like when you need a first down, he always seems to like be able to just muscle through and get a first down. So that's great, dude. Like, I'm glad we're moving the ball, but like, me points. I'd rather have 6 than 3.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
Falcons either good or they're like. So
That also true. They're either really good or shit. What do you got record? You said you think 500, around 500?
500 or below.
500 below. Okay, I like it.
And the teams that we beat will be like teams that are like we have no business being on the field with.
Yeah. You guys made the Chiefs look like shit.
Yeah.
So that
We
was
like to
good
ruin.
see. Yeah.
Like to ruin people's job like days.
What do you think about the Kyle Pitts draft?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, unaware. No idea what you're talking about.
That's your first round pick. He's the tight end from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really good. Really good.
Oh, hopefully he can be the next Tony G. I don't know.
The best player in the draft.
Yeah.
Well,
All
I'm
around.
glad we got him. Like I'm saying, like I've been like living under a rock. Like I don't know anything outside of Jacksonville, North Carolina, like at the current moment in time.
Fair. That's fair. Kluge, what do you got for us? What do you think?
10 or 11.
10 or 11? Yep.
All depends on obviously the one position you need to depend on.
Mr. Wentz.
But this one is even bigger because there's no telling how he's going to actually play.
Yeah. I have faith. I have faith in him. I think he's going to do great.
Yeah, you bought a jersey.
I did. I have a Wentz jersey, so I'm ready. I was going to go 12-5. But I'm scared of Jacksonville. And to see what you don't know what Urban's going to pull out of his ass. We don't have no idea.
He brought Tim Tebow back.
Fuck yeah.
He's not trying to win.
Urban's got dementia. Okay.
Urban Meyer.
Urban's
Yes.
the best.
Urban thinks it's like 2008 still.
Yes, dude. He's like, man, that dude was good. I remember when that dude was good. It's because he can't remember the last 10 years.
He's like, holy shit! Wait a minute, Tim Tebow. He played quarterback for me, I think. What's he doing? Now?
Dude, Urban Meyer. Dude, I hate that guy. I hate that dude. I hope he has to jog everywhere the rest of his life.
Jesus. Kluge, also a Miami U fan.
Yeah, literally my pillow.
Aw.
Yeah.
You guys can have sex on screen.
Listen to this. So all right.
Jesus.
We're gonna switch up now. Sorry to get you off football, but I gotta tell you about just the nonsense storm that I've had to go through, to get back here from deployment and everything that I've had to do.
Yeah, lay it on us.
So May 29th was when I had my little accident. So I got to stick around in Greece.
Holy shit! It was May.
Yeah, May 29th.
Feels like
I'm pretty sure I
ago.
pissed myself in the hospital too when I was sleeping, but that's a different story.
Nice.
Whatever. So I got to stay in Greece till the 7th of June, and then I finally came back here with some NCO escorted me. He's actually a really, really good dude. I'm just not gonna say his name, but anyway, he was a really, really good dude. We gelled pretty well together. But as I'm packing all my stuff up the next morning, completely sober. That's the Navy chef, not the Marines.
Oh.
There's one of that actually in the Air Force going around too. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, literally touching tips. But anyway, so they're like, hey, pack green on green, which is just our PT shorts and our green shirt, and 3 or 4, sets of civilian clothes. And I was like, okay. And they're like, we're gonna send you to Italy, and then from Italy you're gonna go over to Germany and get your finger operated on, and then you're gonna come back to us. You want to come back to us, right? And he asked me that in front of all the officers that are in charge of our section, and all the staff, NCOs and everything. And I'm kind of yeah, what else are you gonna say? He's like, no, I hate it here. This sucks. They're gonna be like, yeah, I know, too bad. So I was like, yeah, if I can come back, I'll try and come back. And they're like, all right, good to hear it. Well, that changes 3 more times. So they're like, all right, you're just going to go to this hand surgeon in Greece. They tell me to pack this stuff, very minimal. And then I get word, hey, you're going back to the United States. And I'm like, we didn't know until literally 24 hours before we were supposed to get on an airplane. So we packed all of our stuff up. I spent way too much money in Greece on dumb things. But Greece is awesome. If you can ever go, go. We fly back. Get to New York. We come back down to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and I have been living out of a duffel bag up until last week. Cause I went home on one weekend and I just grabbed a bunch of clothes and finally was able to have more than one pair of shoes and get all this stuff. But dude, I still don't even have blankets. I sleep with 2 sheets. There's nothing in this room. The flag that you see in the background and the carpet that's on the floor was underneath one of the other beds in the room. And I was like, ew, this thing's disgusting. I have to find a vacuum, get this thing out. It is terrible. So I walk in my room, I'm like, this is depressing.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
That's a journey.
It has been one of the most wildest times of my life. There's been good parts. There's been parts I'm kind of this is stupid. Why am I doing this? But it is what it is.
So the moral of the story is don't chop your finger off.
Don't chop your finger off. Don't open doors for officers.
That's the only thing I took out of it was don't open doors for officers.
Shep, still open the door for your girlfriend.
I do after I got yelled at.
Yeah, that'll end.
What's that?
I said, you have a girlfriend?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forget you've been under a rock for so long.
Yes.
What's
This
his
is
name?
amazing.
Dominic.
Dominique?
Make
Yeah.
sure if you ever meet her, call her Dominic.
Yeah, Tom does
What's the
that.
story behind that?
Her father's name's Dominic.
Yeah.
Is it spelled the same or different?
Well, Dominique is spelled different than
I've never-
Dominic.
Not always.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like it would be spelled different.
What do you mean? There's a Q in there. It's pretty different.
You don't have to have a Q though.
Right, you can spell it any way you want.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Do you not
but-
see how Brandon spells his name Brandon?
How do you say it how you would say the name normally?
Brandon.
You don't say Brandon.
No, I say in. Brandon.
Yeah, so it should be an IN, right?
It should be an IN.
So everyone's spelled wrong.
Agreed.
If somebody came to me and their name was spelled Brandon with an IN, I would think that they needed help.
I would haze them.
Like, that would be so bad. What the fuck?
I'm gonna start. Every time I put my name anywhere, I'm gonna put IN.
This
Please
fucking,
do.
oh my god.
That's amazing. Oh, God.
Oh.
That's amazing. All right, Shep, what kind of movie you got?
Oh, hold on. Let me look it up real quick. I forgot
I
what
don't know.
to talk about.
I'm actually gonna let me look it up.
Yep, knew that was coming.
Douchebag.
What's that?
So, somebody else do one. I was not prepared for this, actually.
The Patriot. I just watched it for the 300th time.
The
in a week.
Patriot? I love that movie.
Obviously, you're a patriot. Shep's
Dude.
the only one that wouldn't like it.
The one
Hey,
dude comes,
whoa,
like, up the
whoa.
stairs, comes up the stairs, he's like, get off me, boy.
Yeah.
We threw that one in there, you little shit stain.
Everybody loved it.
That
I
was
can hear the claps.
That was dirty.
Hell
Dirty
yeah.
bitch.
10 out of 10, obviously, because it's the most American movie ever. 'Cause
Yeah.
Hashtag the Patriot. Duh. Yeah.
What are your give me three of your most favorite military movies?
Oh. Okay. The Patriot, Lone Survivor, and probably Heartbreak Ridge or Midway. The old Midway, not the new one.
A two-way tie for the three spot. Okay.
The old Midway had Sarge's father's owner in it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Sarge,
R.I.P.
not Sean, Sarge the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Coogie doesn't know.
The big old German.
You don't know the puppy, Coogie. You're not in the loop. Fuck you.
What do you got for your three?
I'll let them go first.
Shep doesn't count. He doesn't watch military movies.
I do, but I don't have any. So I don't like it. I don't watch enough of them to.
Remember when I said he's not a patriot? Yeah. Clooney,
Relax.
what do you got?
Look, I really like 13 Hours.
Ooh, shit, that's a good one.
I really
I might
like
change my answer.
Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor fucked me up.
And I was a big fan. I mean, American Sniper was good too for me.
Yeah.
But there's so many. I don't know. It's tough to just pick a top three.
So there's, I guess I probably should have prefaced the question more when it comes to realistic, how realistic they are, because we were doing movies on deployment and we would just watch some of these things and we would be like, absolutely not. That would never happen.
Yeah.
Ever. You ever seen the Marine series with John Cena?
Yeah, you can't
Oh
watch.
my
It's
god!
it's almost
Those are
unwatchable.
so ridiculous.
The first scene of the very first movie, where he's like, "Yeah, intel confirmed," and they're like, "All right, don't engage." And he's like, "No time." It's like throws the radio on the ground, and then he's just like full auto with an M16,
Yeah.
like he has 60 bullets in the magazine.
I'm not a John Cena fan anyway, so
He's
I'm
back in the ring, baby.
Oh,
I saw
I
that.
know.
Yes.
Maybe I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, nice.
Okay, nice.
There you
Nice.
go.
Nice. That was good. That was good.
Zinger.
Follow
That was
along,
good.
follow along. If I had to do my top three, I would do. Actually, Brandon pretty much like picked my top three. I would do
Kluge.
American
We don't call him
Sniper.
Brandon. Kluge.
This with an I in though, if you ever spell it.
Yeah, Brandon. American Sniper is my number one. Just gotta love Chris Kyle. What a guy.
What a stud.
Then Lone Survivor, and then probably 13 Hours. If I have to go based on like unrealistic things, the Saving Private Ryan's always good. That would never happen. They would never task like a group of like 5 people to go find this one dude in all of war-torn France. But like,
pretty wild concept.
yeah, exactly. Like, hey, Captain, you and these 5 guys are gonna walk through France to find this one dude who may or may not be alive.
Because his brothers died.
Yeah, because his brothers obviously couldn't figure it out, and they got schwacked on the beach.
And his mom is so depressed. So yeah, go find him, make sure he's alive.
And then Vin Diesel just, decides, hey, I want to take this random French child who reminds me of my niece. Oh, I just got shot by a sniper. Okay, man. Whatever.
Classic Vin Diesel.
Hey,
Shiny.
never
head,
turn
dude.
your back on family.
You said family?
That's where you need Vin Diesel to pop up as a. He just popped his head on the screen right now.
I did actually. Okay, so I went to the drive-in last week, and I saw the
Wait.
Black Widow.
It did.
Black
Wait,
Widow
hold
movie.
on, hold on. It
Hold
took
on.
you this long to come up with a movie?
Time out.
No.
Did you get pizza for the drive-in?
Did I what?
Did you get pizza?
No.
Every time I go to a drive-in, I get some kind of pizza.
Okay,
So
so
we didn't
funny
get
story
pizza.
about that. My old man.
Do you guys have
Brian-
a lot of drive-ins down there?
Yeah, not a lot, no, but there's one in my hometown, and it was
Brian
the
and
best.
Tom know how cheap my dad is. So, and you know how my dad does like just dumb funny shit.
Well,
So
it's not even just your dad; it's you too. Like I don't know what you're trying to.
well, yeah, but I mean, like I'm not. Okay, if I'm gonna go to the drive-in,
try again.
if I'm gonna go to the drive-in, I'm gonna get food there,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm not gonna bring shit with me.
I'll bring it.
Well, our drive-in has pizza.
Okay, see, awesome.
We get
he
pizza.
got a pizza. My dad got a pizza from Pizza Land.
It's the same.
And brought
It's actually more expensive to do that.
I know, and brought it with him to Silver
Oh.
Lake.
Pizza Land is the greatest.
So it was cold by the time we got there. So he popped the hood of the truck and put it on the motor, and then closed the hood to heat it up. Tell me that's not some shit.
That's such a him thing to do.
See, like, tell me that's not some shit, dude. That you like, that he would do.
Oh God.
So,
What'd you see?
Black Widow.
Oh,
Tom hasn't seen it yet.
don't. I'm going tomorrow.
I could have. I'll only say one thing. First of all, not the greatest experience because it downpoured, and
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of drive-ins.
I couldn't hear it that well. Number one, which kind of sucked. So
I mean, that's your own fault. You can bring a radio.
it is, but so like I don't have the best gauge of it, but from what I could tell, you could go without seeing it. Like it's just a very like it doesn't take place after Avengers time, and I feel like at this point, if you're doing movies pre Thanos, they're pointless. Like they don't Like she's dead. Like nothing in this movie happens that's like, ooh, like
She's dead?
What?
Yeah.
Tom didn't know that.
I hated that movie.
So
Endgame so yes, Brian. Yes. Marvel's ass. Not really. It's just
Justice League was better.
Endgame sucked.
Justice League
Okay,
was better.
hold on. Brian, did you watch the new Justice League? Snyder Cut.
No, actually, I haven't. Someone had it on the boat, but I couldn't.
You need
Got hurt before I could ask them.
you need to see it.
Okay.
Anyway, Shep, continue with your rant.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say 5.
Damn.
I will agree with Shep. This should have been before. And I will say that the end credit scene they could have left before the end game as well to make it that much more interesting.
Yeah, like it would have been actually like functionally it's a good movie. Like it had good story, it had good like
So
this is
okay.
who she is, blah blah blah.
Rate it out of the like by itself because it's a 5 obviously in Marvel for you, but by itself, what is it? Because Kluge's told me very different. Well, not very different.
I'm giving it a 7 no matter what.
Oh, okay.
I'd probably give it like a 7.6 or 7.7. Outside of just the pure fact that like its positioning in the universe was just shit. Like it shouldn't. This should have happened back when. You know, like if you wanted to do this, you should have done this after the second Avengers.
They should have done it after Civil War.
Prequels are so hard to do.
Yeah.
Like after you've already. Honestly, the only like good prequel movies are Star Wars.
Yeah.
People don't agree with that either, which I think is horseshit.
Those are my favorite.
I like those.
Yeah.
Which movie is it? Is it Rogue One where Vader's at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when you just
that was
like
a sick movie.
screen all black and all you can hear is him breathing, and then you just see like the lightsaber light up. Yo, they
do such a good job with that because like you know what's gonna happen, but the movie still slaps.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just it's the cinematography and like the drama like level to it. Oh my god, it's my favorite. I think I watched that movie at least 6 times.
Was your reaction to? I was just gonna say, was your reaction to him saying "slap"? Because it's the most obnoxious thing you heard him say.
Just the way he
slaps.
Yo, that shit
slaps.
It slaps.
Yeah, it's cool. Get those slap cheeks.
Oh God! All right,
slaps them cheeks.
Kluge, what's your rundown of the movie?
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it.
I do agree with Shep though. If they would have put it, you could have put it like right before.
Yeah.
And then you'll see too, Tom. At the end credit scene, you'll be like, "Wow, they could have done everything before," and it would have made it. I think they should have done it before to made it that much better.
It would have had more like weight in the. It would have had more weight. It would have done because I liked, Red Guardian. Was that his?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Well, you know he's in it. You fucking
that's not
idiot. I just thought it would I thought it was good, and even like the acting was pretty decent. Like, I'm not a Black Widow fan in the Marvel universe much anyway. Like Black Widow and Hawkeye to me are kind of like I guess.
Kind of useless compared to the rest of them.
Yeah, but it's like, but it was I don't know. It could have been better, but its positioning made it just like that. Like it was not.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But I did like the movie overall. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Because I'd always wondered, because she'd always say where she's from and talk about family. So you're always like, oh.
Out of all of the characters, I think she was the most, like her backstory was the most unclear to me.
Yeah.
So it was good that you actually got to see it. But yeah.
Who plays
I'm sure you'll agree when you see it. You're going to see it tomorrow, Tom?
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll agree when you see
who
it.
plays Black Widow?
Yeah, I don't
watch
movies.
Natasha.
ScarJo?
Scarlett Johansson does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to watch it now.
I think Florence is better.
Really?
That's just my opinion. I like me some Florence. I liked her in the what is it called? The Outwalking, yeah. With Chris Pine. And she's like 10 years younger than ScarJo.
Hey, with age comes experience.
Nice.
ScarJo seems like a bitch.
Yeah, but have you hung out with her?
No, but
All right, then.
I haven't hung out with you either, and you're a bitch, so.
And you know what?
Boom, roasted.
Zinger. Brian, have you seen any movies recently that you?
I don't know. What? Did you speak Arabic? What did you just say?
Yes. Have you seen any recent or movies recently that you'd like to talk about?
Have you seen Extraction?
Yes, really good movie.
I liked it.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot.
I've thought about watching that.
Ending was mind-boggling, but
You know,
So
you know what
sad.
I've been doing
So
recently?
sad.
I've been going back and watching like cartoons and movies that like came out when we were kids, like 4 or 5 years old. That like you watch. Like I watched all the Jurassic Parks the other day, and that just shows you like how busy they keep me here. Like if I just did that every single day, I would be so fat and nasty. I would look like I was in the Navy. But there's some biggins in the Navy. Like
yeah, you fit it in.
Yeah.
Dude, they have no PT standard whatsoever, and I think it's okay.
Jeff, you'd fit in.
Dude. Shep, you could join right now, dog. I'm telling you.
Dude, I fucks with it.
You could be a nurse.
It's because fat floats.
Yes.
I'm buoyant, brother.
Exactly. That's fine. I sink like a rock, dude. Like I swim okay. I passed like advanced swim qual, but like I was dying. I thought I was literally gonna die in the water. I was like trying to take my pants off to like make the float and everything, and like blow into my pants. And I was like, if I literally don't make this float right now, I'm gonna sink to the bottom and die here.
That's definitely why you were taking your pants off.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Jurassic Park is a fantastic movie series for like it came out in the 90s and those graphics were awesome. And then Jurassic World, the new ones, those are badass. I like those movies a lot.
Yeah, they're good.
Never realized how stupid Ed, Ed and Eddie was. I still love it. I don't care.
Dude, that show is the best, dog.
I do that with like Scooby-Doo and Gundam. That's what I've been doing.
I just started watching What's New Scooby-Doo on Netflix.
The best.
Like 2 days ago.
It's the best.
I've been thinking about rewatching old Gundam.
Oh, you have to. The memories, man. The memories.
Yeah, dude. All the toys that we had.
Kluge,
dude,
did you have Gundam growing up?
No,
It's like Transformers, but they don't transform. They're
that's
just
pretty lame.
they're robots.
Try not acting like you're 35, you old fuck.
He's 2 years older than us.
I'm old.
3 years.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start watching all the Transformer movies.
I told you. New one.
What are you putting in front of the camera? Weirdo?
No, I told you. I told you.
I can't remember the name of it, but they got a new one.
I told you.
Yes, with the spider killer.
Fuck the spiders. Okay. All right. I like it. Yeah.
Good job.
Yep.
Did Kluge give us a movie?
Yeah, he was doing
the same thing.
He was doing Black Widow.
Oh, you know, okay.
You just beat him to it.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Sure, bitch.
Fun fact: I have not seen Fast and Furious 4 through 9.
That's
Okay.
it. I didn't watch
No.
3 through 9.
You're missing out. It's awesome.
I watched 1, 2, and 3, and like my squad leader, he actually has a sick ass like Mustang and everything. I know I just said that Ford, like whatever, but it looks
Vomited
cool.
a little.
It's fast.
What year?
I told him, I was like, hey, I've never seen like Fast and Furious before. And he's like, which movie? And I said, all of them. And like I was lying. I've definitely seen like 1, 2, and 3, especially 2 because it's in Miami. But he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "No." So he like sat me down for like 6.5 hours. We watched 1, 2, and 3 back to back to back.
Best way to do it.
Yeah, and then I looked at him at the end and I was like, these aren't that good.
Okay. Tokyo Drift is also good. Fast 5 is good. 6, 7, 8, 9.
What's the one where they fight on like a submarine? Or like in the Arctic? Which one is that? Is that 7?
That's 8. Fast 8. 8.
Okay, I think I've seen part of that.
And they
I'm
put
not
a.
gonna watch that at the drive-in, Shep.
They put the
an
an airplane engine in a charger and ruined the charger. So
All right, who would do that? Like,
they,
why would...
but they put a freaking rocket engine on a Pontiac Fiero. This is the level that they're going to.
It's peak stupid. Like
You have to go in. You have to go in understanding that it's going to be stupid, but it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Epic. And just watch it because you'll love it until like he gets way too into the family thing, and then it's like, oh, you're
It's all about family.
what do you? Oh, I just. Well, you are bald, so it'd be worked out for you, wouldn't it?
Family.
Get our own personal Vin Diesel.
Yo,
Just a lot less muscular.
Please.
What?
Are you giving birth over there? What are you doing?
Dude, what are you doing?
He's
I just wanted to
texting
make a
his
noise.
girlfriend. He's like, "Baby, I miss you. Let's go
No, I
dance in
had
the
her over.
sunflowers this weekend.
I had her over. Relax. She's gone now.
Baby, I miss you."
All right, this has definitely been over an hour.
It has been. Isn't it? Because Shep obviously in a rush. He hates us apparently.
No, we go over an hour. You lose. People are gonna be like, "Fuck this." I hate Kluge.
They might do that.
Ugly.
They might do that in the first couple minutes when you say "yo yo yo," it's your boy.
Yeah, I think that's
No.
what loses us.
I think that's when we lose people.
I bring people in. Okay. I am the talent that shines.
Questionable.
No.
Shep, do you have tattoos?
What?
What's that?
Do you have any tattoos?
Me?
No.
When are you gonna grow a pair of balls and get some tattoos?
When I don't have puss boy skin.
Puss boy skin?
Yeah, you know my skin's bad, dog. I can't handle that shit.
That
It's
is
delicate.
True. That is true.
I don't. Clue, you don't have one, right?
You should get one on your ass. You should get an ass tat.
No. If anybody's getting an ass tat, it's Kluge with that cake.
It's gonna say. "Ass
Better
so
be-
fat."
It
That's so bad.
God damn it. No, you gotta have it arc
gotta be
like
in
above your pant line.
It's gotta be in that cursive, like the no regrets.
Shep, you should get the logo. You should get the logo on one ass cheek, and then on the other one say have "ride or die" written.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea,
Yes.
actually.
Yeah.
I'd have to walk around with my ass hanging out, though.
All the time.
You do anyway.
True, actually. No, I should just do it on my
nothing
gut, because I have my
except
gut
thongs
hanging out.
for Christmas now for Shep.
What's that?
Yeah.
Just man thongs for Shep now for Christmas.
No.
Yes.
No.
Only
I
if you
told
post
Tom that I
pictures.
should do an episode of my underwear, but he wouldn't let me.
No.
Today
You
would have
could
been the
be
great
everywhere
day.
right now. We have no idea.
I am.
Show me.
You
No.
should know that. You should know that I'm straight up sitting here in my underwear.
He's always sitting there in his underwear.
Tommy, what's your next one gonna be?
I thought about getting this sleeve here, and doing like ocean life, like an ocean scene, or finishing this side and making all of this Nordic, like just a bunch of shit from Nordic, like Thor's hammer, Valknut, Fenrir, the wolf.
Dude, speaking of Nordic, I got to see the Northern Lights.
Did you? That's cool.
Yeah, we were way up there by Norway. We were doing Operation Ragnar Viking, which is basically Norway says like, "Hey, NATO, come help us out. The Russians are invading us," and they can only survive like 7 days allegedly without any help.
Really?
Yeah, which I think that's bullshit because like I don't know. I feel like one person could survive 7 days by themselves. You know, because like it's all mountains and woods up there.
Yeah, that's true. You just gotta hide.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and like that's
Take
all.
them
Like
The
these
Taliban
dudes,
do it all the time.
we didn't get to go like into Norway.
Jesus Christ.
Hey!
But anyway, so yeah, like I've had superiors go and like train there, and they've like during that operation they teach you how to like shoot people like while you're on skis.
That's pretty cool.
They do an entire range like while you're going downhill, and like you shoot like targets like on skis and everything. And that just seems like the most like Norwegian Nordic thing to do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I got to go up there and see the Northern Lights, and it's daytime there at like midnight still. It's pretty weird being that high
Yeah,
up.
it stays that way a lot, doesn't it? It's like half the year is always light.
Yeah, they have
longer.
to have like blackout shades in their house so that like they can go to sleep.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, you'll never catch me living up there. No way.
Yeah, I need some sun.
No shot, dude.
All right, let's end this thing. Thank y'all. You guys are the best for hopping on with us. Coogie, Brian, it was great to see you.
Deuces. Good to see you. See everybody.
Love you all.
Chef, are you asleep? Jesus Christ.
Sounds like he was snoring.